Well, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Well, I know everybody's wondering what's up with Ace Hood. DJ Khaled just dropped his album Grateful. It's #1. Where's Ace Hood? Where's the other artists that are down with Khaled? Now, Khaled's a good guy. Khaled, actually, you wouldn't even know about Ace Hood if it wasn't for Khaled. And he really put his career that was already working on the line down for Ace Hood. You know, like he still did his albums, but he pushed Ace Hood. He could have pushed any artist. He could have taken someone that already had a name and pushed them to another extent, kind of like Rick Ross with Meek Mill and Wale. He pushed them to another level. But Khaled created Ace Hood. You know, Ace Hood was already there. He just pushed him to another level. Dollars and Deals, who had Kodak Black first, had Ace Hood first back in like '06. They went to DJ Khaled, got him to DJ Khaled outside of a radio station because Khaled was on the radio back then. And basically, Khaled took him under his wing, and then Khaled got some deal with Def Jam for Def Jam South and everything. And then he came out with the first album, which was Gutta, I think it was. I think it was Gutta. That had to be the first album. Yeah, Gutta. So he came out with that first album in 2008, had Cash Flow on it. He had big appearances from Rick Ross and T-Pain and everybody. It didn't really do so well. I only did like 30,000 the first week. But what I respect about Khaled is he didn't stop there, okay? He went on and put out Ruthless and Blood after that, which didn't do well. That had Overtime with Akon on it and everybody. So they kind of like were like probably a million or two in the hole developing Ace Hood, you know, with promotions and everything, you know, and only doing 30,000 the first week and everything. He was kind of a liability and he was losing money. He had a bunch of people in his pockets. I think he's in a 360 deal. And he didn't have much money. And there was a point where he asked Khaled for $5,000 so he didn't get evicted from his home. Okay, I remember he was living in a high rise. He had nice cars and everything, but you know all those bills catch up to you. And Khaled denied him the $5,000, which is fine because from a business standpoint, you're not supposed to just like put money in the hole knowing you might not get it back. Okay, and I'm sure he already dumped a lot of money into Ace Hood starter package. You know, the necklace, the watch, and everything. You know. So he couldn't give him any more money. He was kind of done investing, and it was time for Ace Hood to just fend for his own. Nino Brown, who's down with Khaled, or was down with Khaled around that time, he even recalls this time.
So Ace Hood was cut off. So he was looking for new management. Ace Hood was cut off to Ace Hood, and they didn't reap the blessing back. That was a death jump because they invested into Ace Hood, and they didn't reap the blessing back. So Ace Hood was cut off. So he was looking for new management. And I remember him crying to Khaled like, look, man, I need $5,000. They finna kick me out my crib. Khaled said, I ain't got it. When I seen that part, I realized that I can't fuck with a dude like that. I gotta hurry up and get it popping where I can get missing. I didn't end on no bad terms. I just realized what it is, and me being a real dude.
Now, Khaled, then Ace Hood came out with Hustle Hard on his own. He came up with that. It started to catch fire, and now he was on to the Blood, Sweat, and Tears album. And this only did 30,000. But they sold, that was such a big, you know, Hustle Hard, Body to Body, Go and Get It. You know, this was a, you know, good time for Ace Hood. And then they got the Cash Money deal. And Ace Hood and Khaled were on Cash Money. And then he had Trials and Tribulations, still only 30,000 the first week. And then he went through some mixtapes. So was he Blood, Sweat, and Tears came out in 2011, Trials and Tribulations 2013. Then he had some mixtapes after that. And then he wanted to leave. He just wanted to leave We the Best and just do his own thing. And Khaled wanted $1 million for him to get off because, you know, they were still in the red. This is when Khaled blew up with Snapchat. And then Ace Hood was kind of put in the background. Now, Khaled's always going to play everything off like it's okay. He's not going to talk shit about anybody. That's how Khaled gets down. But, you know, you got to be careful of which you sign, because your whole career could be in somebody else's hands at one point. It's not Khaled's fault. It's not Ace Hood's fault. Ace Hood just... And right now, I don't really see him putting out a lot of music. I don't blame him, but he's still a young guy, man. He's only, what, 30 now? You know, he could really... He still has a whole nother level of his life, you know? So, just got to get to it, man. But, yeah, this is the realities of the music business. Nobody's wrong here. I'm not bashing anybody. This is just something to learn from if you're trying to get into the music game. Anyways, this is Jordan. Oh, yeah, and Khaled moved on, and now he's with, Epic. He got out of his Cash Money deal, so he could let Ace Hood go. I mean, he has made a lot of money. He could let him go. We'll have to see what happens. Anyways, Jordan Tower with JT News reporting. Day.